Well, hello, welcome. And wanted to give you a bit more of a response of what's been coming back to me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, on allowances. I think this was a great topic to kind of share with the friends and people that are connected to me on the multiple platforms. And one of the key things that I asked everybody on those different platforms is talking about allowance for your children. Good idea, bad idea. And what came out of it was some very interesting comments. I want to give you a bit of a summary of what some of the parents who replied back to me gave me as a bit of a follow-up. First and foremost, all the parents that responded said to me one thing in common was they do either give a allowance, and that allowance is not just free money. These children have to earn it in some form, either by doing a job, tasks around the house, some chores, whatever it may be. And it gives the child some accomplishment for work done. It gets them the ability to understand that they're receiving some money. And some parents went even as far out as building a chart and allocating money in different types of banks or buckets to kind of see where the child can learn to save and spend accordingly. What I found very interesting was the differences of opinions that came out of multiple parents who were saying to me that although we do give an allowance to my child, but there's differences in regards to how people see allowance. Some see it as an absolute no allowance of free money because they don't believe in that, but they do believe that they should be doing chores. And then we had another group of parents who said to me, we do give allowance, but that allowance needs to be based upon extra activities above and beyond the chores, because the chores in the house are non-negotiable. You live here, you have certain obligations or responsibilities, and so that's part of the outcome as a child living in this home, and so you have to do those chores. But if you do above and beyond, then you'll get rewarded financially for that. Then there were parents out there who did it beyond. Some were doing for extra work at school, extra performance or activities that they were designed to actually see some sort of compensation financially as one of the main criteria for those activities. Very interesting from different parents. I want to share with you what we're doing in my home. And I'll start with my eldest child because she's 12, and so she'll see a bit different than my 9-year-old. So I have them based upon age. So what we started with each of my children. First of all, my children do not get a single penny in allowance, regardless of activities of what they do. They have two forms of income that they're receiving. One, the easy one is gifts. Grandpa comes by the house and drops off money, or so friends might give them, or family members might give them some cash, or special occasions, special events that are happening, celebrating certain holidays. They get some money, so they take that in. That's revenue or income number one. Income number two for my eldest. What I started with is two different ways that she can earn some money. The first one was I would then recommend certain books that she would have to read. Of those books, those are beyond what she does in school. It's to expand her mindset, look at motivational books. 7 Habits of a Teenage Child is one that my eldest is reading right now, and her job is to read it, understand it, and then we can have a good conversation, and then she gets rewarded based upon a payment for doing that activity. Now, some of you parents might say to me, well, you shouldn't be rewarding for extra activity for reading. That should be out of leisure. These books that I'm choosing are not general books that a person would read for fun. They're not novels or chapter books that these children read out of entertainment. It's purely for self-awareness and self-knowledge. So that's the one thing I do. The second one I do for my 12-year-old is I've hired her to help myself and my youngest to be our social media person. She will go out and record and edit and start to send out some of that information out to you. And so my eldest is getting compensated to doing that. One of my clients also hires her daughter to do bookkeeping, which I found very interesting. Her eldest daughter's around the same age as mine and does bookkeeping, so gathering all the receipts and inputting all the information and knowing where the money's coming in and coming out. So I thought that was a very good idea coming from one of my clients. So congratulations to her and all you parents who gave me feedback on that. For my youngest, my 9-year-old, She receives money in the same way, gift money or special occasion money from family members or others. And so she puts that into a piggy bank. She's got basically two major banks for that. Bank number one is for short-term purchases, things that she wants to buy that are non-essentials that I normally pay for. So if she's going to a movie and she wants to buy some extra ice cream or what have you, those are extras. So she uses her own money for the short-term payments. The other set is a bank that's split up into basically 3 or 4 different categories. The first category is I expect her to put some money aside for her post-secondary. Now my eldest is already doing this. It's now my youngest is starting to learn this one. So piggy bank number 1, university. So there's an ingrained mindset that she will be paying towards some sort of cost towards the future. And so when she starts to use the money for education, she knows that she has been working her entire childhood for that purpose. So education is number 1. Number 2, charity. They get to pick a charity each year of their choice where they want to help. It's their cause, what they feel passionate towards, and they've been putting money aside. They can ask other members of family and friends to contribute to their cause if they choose. And so either from cancer research to elderly care to the Calgary Children's Foundation, whatever it may be, they're contributing accordingly. And so that's piggy bank number 2. Piggy bank number 3. And this is what we call tithe in our community. So they take a portion of that money, put it aside, and that helps the community that we're part of. The fourth one is for long-term savings. So, for example, my youngest wants a brand new iPhone. She's got an older model of mine. She's basically got a used phone. She wants a case and she wants all the accessories down the road. She can start saving for that. I think that's important, that she can start building goals towards achieving, although these are all material possessions. But these are going to be her earned money and she'll have to see the value. How she gets some of her money through me now will be on her own social media channel, so be prepared for that. Her name is Jenna. So Jenna's Desserts show is coming out on YouTube shortly with her first episode, and then we'll be putting more and more content out. She will be doing that kind of content because I want her to build her own confidence on sharing what her knowledge is, her passion, more importantly, her personality. And if we get 1 viewer or 1 million viewers, we don't care. It's more about her being confident in herself. And I think that's something that she will be rewarded on, not only financially, because she will get some compensation from me for being more extroverted than introverted, but she'll also get the opportunity to share with all of you, hopefully, her passion towards desserts. And I'm looking forward to seeing her first show come out shortly. So that's what I do. I want to thank all of you for sharing your comments about that. If you have more comments about this one specific show that I'm posting, it's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on all the multiple social media channels. Come reach out to me. Come send a note to me. Ask me your questions. Let's hope that you can live the life that you want to, and I can be there to help you from a financial and lifestyle perspective so you can enjoy your future. Thanks again, and enjoy the rest of your day.